great to be with you today. And I think we'll just begin with our feet shoulder distance apart. Just gotta get a good anchored stance. Tuck the pelvis forward just slightly and then shoulders back so that baby's coming out forward and you're all lined up, not hunched at all. Just take a deep breath in and then let it out slowly. And we're just starting to kind of center ourselves and get ready for a nice practice. So inhale and bring your arms up over your head. And then as you exhale, bring your arms down. So creating this awareness of space around us and being present in the moment that we're in right now. And one more of those. Then we'll alter this a little bit by raising up on our toes on the next one, just to stretch out the legs a little bit. And then exhale, bring your heels back down. We'll do 2 more of these. Just focusing on the breath, tighten the legs up. And then next we'll do 3 more, which is bringing one arm up, your right arm up, and then just tip down, reach your other hand toward the floor if you feel like you want to, and then exhale back into center. And inhale the other arm up, stretch the fingertips down to the floor.
Is disrupting the video surveillance industry in the US. You can install it as easy as
got YouTube ads going on.
It doesn't matter if you are a qualified electrician or a housewife with zero knowledge of electrical items.
Keep going.
This brilliant invention was created by 2 former engineers from industry leader in home security. They were tired of seeing security companies ripping off their customers by charging large amounts of.
Thank you. Okay, and now we'll just alter it a little more by spreading the feet out more on a wide stance. I've got my mat going the other way, long way, might help. So your feet are at a point where you feel comfortable and like you're gonna keep your balance okay. And as we inhale, our arms up, think about pulling down on the exhale and flexing the biceps and bringing the elbows into the rib cage and then inhaling up again. And then exhale down. Inhale up. And down. We're going to just keep doing groups of 3, so keep one arm straight. And then up. And then the other arm. And then focus on the straight arm, keeping straight, and the bend arm, bending. And then as you squat down, just go only as far as you're comfortable and you feel a good sense of balance. And that's our last arm on that side. And bring everything up, inhaling. And let's bring our hands down to our waist. And you can, say hi to the baby this way. Hands on top of your belly or on your back for support. And we're going to do some more squats. Down, keeping the hips pointed forward a little bit, shoulders back. So you're feeling this all through your leg at the top groin area. And just going into the squat as far as is comfortable. Today you might feel like you can go really deep. Tomorrow it might have to be shallow. And then let's take a minute and just wiggle your toes and move your feet around a little bit to keep that circulation going. Okay. Inhale the arms out to the side now, and we're going to just bend one knee and just lean. And just focus on keeping your body lined up, shoulders over hips, arms level. Lean into that and just glide back and forth. Breathing deeply. Being aware of that air going in and out. All the way down to the bottom of your body. Doesn't really do that, but we just imagine it filling up our whole torso. Okay, let's come back to center. Bring the hands down. Roll the shoulders out. Nice rotation there. And then let's go the other way. Keep breathing. Very good. All right. I think we'll do a little bit of a twisting motion now. So we'll take our toes and swing them forward so our feet are, the toes are pointing the long edge of the mat. Bend the knees, and you can slide the hands down right above your knees at a nice form. And you can also bend forward a little bit. We will round the back up like the cat movement. And chin can drop to the chest if you want, and then straighten up into a neutral as you inhale. And then exhale, round the back. And we're getting ready for our twist. When we go into the twist, we're only going to move the shoulder area, keeping the pelvis forward to protect the uterus and the attachment of the placenta. So only the shoulders are going to move. So we'll cross your right hand over to your left. You can draw your left hand up your thigh a little bit, and then look over your shoulder, dropping your right shoulder down toward the mat and drawing your left shoulder back. And you're just going to hold this for a couple breaths. And then open up to center again. Straighten up the legs. Let's relax that area at the top of your legs. Put your hands on your lower back and just lean back just a little bit. Just to open up that groin and abdomen area. And then we'll go back into this squatting cat-cow position. Inhale. And then exhale, curl the back and round it out. And inhale, straighten up. Not too much, just kind of a neutral spine. And then exhale, cat again. We'll do one more of these. Go into the twist. Cross your left hand over to your right thigh. Draw your right hand up and look over your right shoulder. Dropping the left shoulder down towards the mat. Breathing all the way, filling up your lungs. Come back to center. Straighten the legs. Again, bring the hands to the back. Look up at the ceiling. Help drop your shoulders back so your scapula is getting a little bit closer. Your shoulders are your elbows are going back a little bit. And then let's bring the chin back down. Drop the hands down. Heel toe back into the mountain pose where your feet are directly under your hips. Feeling good. You can just shake your arms out a little bit. Good. With your knees bent slightly, we're just going to go back and forth, pulling open this hip area, getting a little stretch through there, and then the other side. muscles getting used on the outer edge. Okay, back to the center. We're going to do the same kind of movement except forward and back now. So feel a nice stretch through here, and then keep the legs straight as you go to the back. And you'll feel your stretch down the back of your legs and your hamstring. Inhale, forward, exhale back. And one more time. And back. Very good. Now this time, open your legs up again and keep your toe towards the long end of the mat on your right leg, and then change your toe or your left leg toward the short end of the mat and straighten it out so your feet are perpendicular to each other. And then we're going to work that toe down to a comfortable place where we can bend the knee, keeping the knee over the ankle. You don't want to extend the knee past the ankle at all. So work your toe to wherever that comfortable bend is for you. Then we'll inhale, and also the hips are pointed forward here so that we're open to the side and arms come up. This is warrior two position. Arms are level, palms are toward the floor. And then turn your head and look over your left arm, over your bent leg. Inhale, and we'll hold this for 3 breaths. Anchoring your feet into the mat, using the muscles of your back leg so that your leg is straight and engaged. Front leg is bent and engaged. We're breathing deep and just being aware. After your 3 breaths, straighten your leg out. Bring your arms down into prayer. Hands up at your chest. We're just holding this for a moment. Giving our legs a break. We'll go back into that warrior two pose. Bending the knee and straightening the arms. And now we're going to go into warrior one. The way we do that is swing your right arm down and around and up. Bring both arms up. Now you may not be able to bring it over your head. That's okay. It might be out here. Your hips are both forward pointing but not balanced and even at all. So your right hip is back a little bit. You can just work on wherever you want with your arms, but try to straighten your arms wherever they are, whether at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 10. One more breath here, and then straighten your leg and come back to warrior two. Arms, and bring your hands down. We'll rest here in the front at prayer hands. And we're going to do the other side now. So bring your toe of your left foot towards the long edge of the mat. Twist the other toe towards the short edge. And we'll inhale, arms out, and then go into the lunge. So we're back to warrior two. Look at your toe, ankle, and knee. Make sure they're all lined up properly. You can check the level of your arms. Look at back. Look over the bent leg. Make sure we're nice and even. And breathe here. Notice your feet pressing into the mat evenly. Your back leg engaged. Your front leg bent and engaged. Full breaths. And then you can bring your arms to prayer, straighten up your leg and give it a break. Take a breath or so. Then we're going to go back into warrior one. So we swing arms out, bend the knee. Bring the left hip forward and your arm around. You should bring both arms up, and we're in warrior one. Straighten your arms. Notice your legs. Notice your feet. Keep breathing. into our mountain pose. And we're going to do a forward fold now. When you do this, you want to have your weight nicely distributed between your feet. And we're going to hinge at the waist. I'll show you from the side. Feet are, toes are pointing forward. And as we hinge at the waist, we keep the back straight. You might only go part way down. You can slide your hands down, or you can grab your blocks, which is really nice. I recommend if you have blocks to do that, hinging at the waist and keeping that back nice and straight. So here, we're going to focus, and if you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Arms are lined up, so we have wrists under shoulders, and we have hips over hips, and knees and ankles lined up. If you can, if you need to be out farther or closer to be comfortable, then that's what you do. And your legs are bent if they need to be bent. Just focus on the way your back is feeling. It's flat, and it is. You feel some relief from all the pressure since you've been balancing, trying to counterbalance that weight out in front. That back area gets so tired. So this is a great pose for just giving some relief there. You can bend your knees a lot. Let's do that. Come down and then straighten up your legs. You're feeling a little hamstring stretch here, but not too much. And we're focusing on relieving the back. Keep breathing in and out in those measured breaths. You can also do this with a kitchen chair. During the day, when you're not set up for a yoga practice, you can just grab a chair and do something like this to give your back a break. Shifting your weight from foot to foot and side to side, you can do a little side hip stretch like we did when we were standing. That feels different in the back when you're like this, and in the legs. You can also go in a little bit of a circle rotation if you want. Let's walk the blocks out a little bit farther, and then we can do a forward and back rotation a little bit. If you want to get a little more stability, turn your blocks on the long edge and put them wherever is comfortable for you. So here we go. You can bend your knee any amount that you want here. Keep breathing deeply, I should say. Now, let's come down to our knees. We can continue this rotation, but this time go sit back on your heels, come to the side, and stretch your legs forward if you want, so that they're a little bit straight, but not completely straight, just a little bit. And you can just really do a dynamic kind of circle here, getting more muscles involved. You're leading with your hips, but you can also get the shoulder action in too as you focus on the way your shoulders and arms are feeling in that upward part of the circle. So it's really a great movement for a whole body workout, or even just a relief from tension. Let's go the opposite direction now. Okay, back to center. Put the yoga blocks aside. Grab your blanket so you can sit comfortably on that. Going to go into a easy pose. So legs are just crossed in front of you. Your ankles don't touch, though. One foot is in front of the other shin. Yeah, just like that. You can use your blocks to the side of you. Sometimes that's helpful to just push it. Use your hands and just push up a little bit to help you settle in, get comfortable. You can prop them under your knees if that helps you so you can relax completely. And yeah, not have to worry about holding those legs up in any place. Inhale your arms up. Think about lengthening the spine and lifting the ribs off of the baby. And we'll rock back and forth just a little as you think about increasing the space that you have there for the baby. Exhale those arms down. Cross your right hand and put it onto your left knee and drop your left hand behind you. We're going to do that twist again, keeping the belly forward, only twisting the shoulders area, looking over the left shoulder and breathing. Ground your hips and your glutes into the blanket or aimed over the blanket so you're nice and even. And then exhale back to center. Bring the other hand across. Plant your right hand behind you. Keep everything forward but your shoulders. And then exhale back to center. To bring our feet so our soles of our feet are touching, opening up the groin. Use your blocks to prop your knees if you want. Just rock back and forth and get nice and comfortable there. Put your legs, your feet, wherever you want. They can be out forward, tuck them back toward your groin. And then you could do a little foot massage here. Take your thumbs and just massage the bottom of your feet and your toes. They have so much pressure on them. At the end of the day, this is a really nice pose to do. It's just to help your feet feel better. And anytime you open up like this, that's a great muscle stretching pose that will help you in childbirth eventually. So, here we go. This is cobbler pose. It's also a great way to, you can use the blocks to support you, and then as you get more stretchy, you can move them out over time if you want. All right. Let's go back to the easy pose. Maybe cross the other foot in front this time. So we're a little bit different. Inhale your arms up. And we'll just work on closing out with a little meditation. Bring your hands down. If you want to connect with the baby with your hands, feel free to do that. I'm going to do a heart center. Inhale, just deep breath and think about your surroundings and think about being in sync and being one with your day and your purpose of being a mom, being a creator. Breathe in peace, bring in love into your heart. Try to let go of any tension that you feel in your body anywhere. Try to let go of stress. Try to let go of yesterday. Think about being in the moment. Gratitude is always a great thing to focus your mind on. If you want to have peace in your life, gratitude is definitely a root. Just take a few more breaths, focusing on what you need, and then send some positive messages to the baby. When you're ready to come out of it, you can just put your hands in prayer to seal your thoughts into your heart and rub your palms of your hands together for a little energy. And take one last breath. I wish you a great day today. Namaste. You. Okay, well, tell me how that felt.
That was good. I needed the back for sure. Those ones are so helpful.
Good. Well, hopefully that gives you some moves to return to. Anytime you're starting to feel some tension in your back or legs being tight or something like that, just a forward fold is probably a go-to, and then those circular hip ones, and breathing, getting your hands over your head so that you can elongate everything through your torso and get some space, and breathe every time. Just do those deep breaths.
Yeah.
So calming to your nervous system when you focus on breathing.
It's really good.
Good for that, and good for your nerves of like stress kind of nerves.
Yeah, those are a thing.
Those are a thing right now. All right.
Wonderful.
Well, do you have any questions, or is there anything else you want to talk about yoga?
Like if there's ever a position where I have so I've been having random twinges down my side, throughout the day. If I pick something up or if I twist, all the things that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But if there's ever a pose in yoga where I feel a twinge, do I just stop right there and go back to something that's more
Yeah, definitely. If you feel
I
it,
haven't, but I just was wondering.
Yeah. If you start to feel anything really uncomfortable that's beyond a stretching discomfort, definitely stop and go into a neutral pose.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times you just need to bend and move. Like if your legs are straight and you're in a hinged position, bend your knees and then come up, just to protect your back, and try to, if you're coming out of a twist, get into a neutral position before you straighten your body up. Don't come out of a twisted pose into a straight up pose. Come back to neutral, then up every time. So yeah. You have to just listen to your body always, and not do what you did yesterday if you don't feel like it today. And if you feel super stretchy, don't go too super on the stretch so that you don't pay for it in a few days. That's my only thing. You can do a little more than yesterday, but just don't go like crazy more on anything that you do. Just keep everything kind of gradual increments, like keep in a range of motion that's like this and not like this. As far like if you're looking at a scale of motion. So I think that will keep you safe and just do something every day. I mean, don't feel bad if you only have 5 minutes at a time to do some yoga or walking or whatever. I mean, 10 minutes of walking probably is what you would feel more benefit from it, but doing something, and a lot of times you end up stealing extra minutes that you didn't think you had. You know, like you say to yourself, I have 5 minutes for yoga. I'm gonna do 5, and pretty soon you've done 10, and you're like, what? I didn't know I had 10 minutes, but wow, I feel so much better now. So it's just it's a mental game that we play all the time. So, you know, do the minimum, at least have that minimum idea that you want to do every day, and then you can go all over the place with that, but you can always feel good about that minimum. And it adds up from day to day to day. It definitely adds up, even if you only did the 5 or 10 minutes. So good luck with everything.